Hello people, today we've got a set of carbs from a GR650, which is the Suzuki GR650 Tempter, I think it's known as. It's been sitting around a while and been asked to have a look at the carbs to get them, clean them out. So just firing on one side and just wants the carbs cleaned out really. And like I say, it's been sitting around, so I've taken all the screws out so you can all have a look what's inside when we take the bottoms off. This one, oh, that smells lovely. That's gungy petrol in there, gungy smelly stuff. That's pretty wet all around. This one is bone dry. Dust in there. It's like rust dust. And that is completely bone dry. So let's have a look. As you can see, the one on the right's dry, one on the left is alright. So got no fuel going to the one on the right. Spring's still alright on the petrol valves. I had a look at these earlier on, which take forever to go down, so they need a bit of cleaning up. So what we'll do is we'll strip out all the jets out of them, take the floats out. See if you can probably leave the gaskets there because I don't want to try and peel them up in case they break. So let's strip it down. It's got stay up floats, which is quite good. And here comes my usual fucking planes flying overhead. These carbs are pretty much the same as the XS650 BS34s. Everything in there. Out you come. You can see down there the jets look a little bit chewed up, so it's always handy to have a really decent, tough screwdriver for this job. Get it lined up in there. Yeah, there's a lot of play in that slot and that screw. Push down hard as you can, and that ain't gonna come out. It's like somebody's tried to previously get them out. I don't reckon they're gonna come out. That one probably will. I very much doubt that one will. So you can either clean it while it's in place or drill it out. And I don't particularly want to drill it out. See, this one's lovely, that one comes out alright. And there, just about see through it. So no doubt I reckon I'm just going to clean that one in place because I don't want to take that out because I don't think that's going to come out at all, that one. Definitely been there. That's where these come in handy. and these and the sonic cleaner. Yeah, I'll be able to get that in there. That's a tiny jet there. The smallest cleaner can't get in there. So I might just fill it up with the shit while we're doing it. Give it some oil all around. Let it soak in a bit. Same as these. Right. That's surprising. There's in that little hole down there, right down the bottom, there's a tiny weeny Preston jet. Tiny weeny little hole in it. And well, that one's looks like that one's blocked up. Yeah, that one's blocked up. It's not coming out of the bottom. This one, don't know if you can see that. Let's have a look. If you can see that, the spray is coming out of the hole at the bottom, so it tells me that there's nothing wrong with that jet in that one. But on this side, on this one here, that doesn't work at all. So having that blocked off is going to be really hard to start on that side. Just fill it up with there. You get our trusty tool to get it down there. It's quite fiddly to do. It's actually use a bigger one because I think it's full of crud in there. Yeah, it's gone through it. Outside a minute. You let it soak a bit, that one. Right, we want to get the floats out. So what we need, a special tool for the job if I can find it. Well, I don't know where my centre puncher's gone, so I'm going to have to do it the old-fashioned way. The hammer and try this. No, very good. I want let's try it. It's going to be tricky. It's going to give it a swift tap. Like that. Let's push it out. There we go. Right, so straight away I see it's got the wrong float valves in there. Float's alright. At a guess, I'd say, come on, they're the wrong type. They've not got the clip on the top. Let's show you that there a second. Put it down a second. Let's take that out. Let's take the other side off. Get that side out as well, don't we? Swift tap. Centre it up. Lovely. And tap it through. Come on, we can do it. There we go. And same as that one. Where's my pliers? Surprising the little springs still work in the float needles. In the float valves. Surprising they still work. There's definitely no fuel getting through that one there, as you can see. So next step. Are we still in view? That screw there's been chewed up as well. This screw's alright. Let's push that hard. There we go. Take that off. Bits to clean in the sonic cleaner. Well, it's funny that rubber seal in there ain't doing nothing at all. There's no friction fit at all in that, so that rubber seal is pretty much at it. Take that off. The filter seems to be alright. You can see through it, so the fuel should have gone through that alright. Need to change the rubber seal on that though, that's at it. This one's got some friction. So that was alright. You can see the difference in the is it when it's in focus. The one on the right is the one that weren't getting any fuel to it, and the one on the left was. And if you put an inline filter in, you don't really need these fuckers on there really, to be honest. So we've got two, you've got one fuel pipe, so you could put an inline filter on that easy enough. Right. Let's take the tops off and have a look at these diaphragms. Let's see what they're like. Zoom out a bit. Out to you fucking arsehole. I prefer to change all these with Allen screws. Much easier to get on and off. M5s normally, so I'll probably change all these to that one. Ain't gonna come out. That one is. We can chuck them two in there. Don't lose them. I think this is going to come out without a pair of mole grips. God, that ain't coming out. That one is. That one is. No need to do them like that tight, is it, really? Nice and clean. That's what you like to see. Spring's alright. And the diaphragm looks good. So that looks alright actually. It's a bit worn, but nothing. A bit of cleaning up on that would be alright. It's quite smooth. Clean that bore out. Choke jets. You've got the air jet to come out at the end as well. Take these air jets out, clean them out. Just about see through that. Yeah, that's right. Now we'll get this screw out here, so it's going to be pliers to get that off. Next option. Yeah, I need a left-handed pair of mole grips. See if we can see what we got. Grab hold of it. Might have to find me new mole grips because the teeth on these are a little bit naff. There you go. That's the last one. Comes off with a choke mechanism. Clean. Springs alright. Diaphragm's alright too. There's two good diaphragms, which is good news. Don't worry about them. Yeah, it's alright, that's good. I reckon they've been replaced in the past because a bike this old don't normally have diaphragms in that good a nick. They're normally pretty much fucked by now. Well, now we can see, we want to move that out. Leave it on there for a moment. What we'll do is tack out the needle jets. They should just drop through like the ones on the split. There you go. There's one of them. I've just got to hold it up to the light now and see if I can actually see anything through the holes. No, and not one of, you can't see through one of them. You can't see through one of them holes in that jet. Not a single fucking hole. Right, next one. It's funny really, because that's the one that had the fuel going through it. Or was it this one? That looks cleaner. The second one looks cleaner. Can you see through any of them holes? Yeah, I can see through all of them holes. Right, so we've got a little bit to clean up in there. Carbs are now stripped down. Just noticed something very unusual in this carb here. Probably won't. Let's see if you can see it as well. Where the can you see it in there? Looks like a bit of polystyrene or something right inside where the pilot jet went. Go on, you cunt. Yeah, you can't see it. Let's try and focus. Focus, motherfucker. I point to it. Where the pilot jet was, on this side, you can see something inside there. Can you see it? It's like a bit of polystyrene or something. No idea what it is. No idea why it should even be in there. Right, that one have to be blown out with the air gun because I can't get that. Can't get to that. It just pushes it in even further, so I have to blow it out later. Right, so that's the carb taken apart. And what we'll do now is take the bits around the house, put them in the sonic cleaner, clean them out. Probably don't need to do much else with this. Just had to replace the battery. I think the battery just died on me. Good job I just checked the camera, because otherwise I'd have just done another hour of videoing with no camera. Anyway, just changed the just put the new, I don't know if that'll focus that. Just put the new focus, motherfucker. Just put the new O-rings on these petrol inlet valve, whatchamacallits, so we can put them in. Just give a little squirt of WD. There we go. Them in, and bits of little brackets. Screws. the screw. Put the emulsion tubes in. We've got little notches in the walls, so you can only put these tubes in the right way. It's got to lie down in that slot. And remember how I done it last time by lining them up. Put them in. And the hole. Get them the right way around. These have been done. Right, can't see what I'm doing. Push it through. Just gotta twist it around. Have to juggle it backwards and forwards to get it in the right way around. Side, almost there. That's it, we're there. Right. We have a washer. Push that in enough. The main jet goes on top. Holds all that in place. One. Far. We are there, I think. Yeah, it should be there. A bit of encouragement. There we go. Main jet and the washer. That pilot jet's been cleaned out, this one's been cleaned out. Holes are tiny in these. Just to make sure, jets are so small on these that these tools here, even the smallest one's too big to go through it. So just strip a bit of wire back, and you should be able to poke it through. And that one strand of that wire ain't far off the size of the hole that goes through that jet. Fucking unbelievable, really. Any petrol gets through it. So that's alright. You remember there was what I thought was a bit of polystyrene in this one, in this side. I'll show you what that is. It looked like somebody had tried to clean it out with a bit of tissue. Right, just drops it in there as well. Right? So there's this big lump of tissue just below the pilot jet, so it couldn't have been doing much favours, could it, really? Fucking planes. Let me get this. I can't see a fucking thing. There we go. Yeah, that's alright, that jet. That's hunky dory, that one. So here we've got all that on. Next. See what's different on these. I didn't check. On the XS650 there's rubber bungs that go on the tops of these. So let me just, I'll come back to you in a minute. I'm just going to need to check that, make sure there ain't none on this one, or there are on this one, so I'll be back in a sec. No, there's no rubber bungs that go on them, so that's alright. So it's these were right ones without the cage around them. So close inspection, springs work on these and the points are not worn, so they're good enough to go. just check that again. There, that's it. Yeah, right. There's no friction there, so they're moving nicely. Now we've got the floats. Put the floats in. Float heights from the inside the casing where the gasket is. I'm supposed to take the gasket out and measure it, but I haven't got any spare gaskets, so I'm not going to pull them gaskets out and rip them. So I'm just going to measure the float heights while they're in there. So let me zoom in a little bit on that. So you can see that, you can see that. This point here rather than that point there. So what we're going to do is we're going to measure 22, 23, 22 mil to that point there. We're going to go from there. The Suzuki Surface manual ain't that great really. So let's put this back to where it was, bring it back up. We've probably got a couple of mil to go. Oh, that's almost there, look at that. Probably about half a millimetre. Just a little bit more. Just a tad more now. Get a fucking gnat's cock between that gap. So I'm going to go for that. Do the same for this side. Oh, yeah. As you can see, it's a bit on the low side. That's good. That's ideal. That is. So that's that. Right. So that's everything done on the bottoms now. These have all been cleaned out. The jets are good in them. So they can go on. What I want to do is find some decent screws for these. Put some. Don't want to use them posi drive screws. So we've got open. Let's see. So we've got small ones for the top. Quicker, ain't it, with these? I need to check, see how far the threads are going through on the other side. Make sure they're long enough, really. Yeah, they're coming through. Threads are coming through, so they'll be long enough. So only got to nip them up. You can do them up tighter than you can with a screwdriver, which is much better. There you go. Bottom end done. Now we want to add diaphragms in. So do the right one first, and we shall move the camera around a bit. So as you can see on the bottom left hand corners of those where the diaphragms go, there's a little notch where they can only go in one way. As you should know that. You should know that really. A bit of squidge. So we push them in. Twist it around to the notch. Seat it in the groove all the way around. Spring. Cap. And just do the cleanest side on the outside of it. There we go. Of course we've got a nice shiny screws to go in there. Nip that up. Need a shorter screw in that one, so I'm going to have to probably use one of the original screws in that end. I'll show you why in a second. If I used one of these screws, it sticks out a little bit and it will stop the choke spring. I actually can move it out of the way, can't I? Actually, I think that does slot in there, doesn't it, really? So I can probably use that. It won't interfere with anything there. Yeah, that's alright. That will do then. We have Allen screws all round. That's it. Do the other one. Inside to the outside. Nice fit. You don't like going up the road. Noisy bastard, eh? These Allen screws, way much easier, aren't they? So much better. I didn't put any spring washers on because I've never known them to come loose. Here's some interesting for you to learn about. Don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? See that? Air pipe, what do you call it there? Fucking tripod. That one there, and that one there. And looking at these, doesn't look like it's had a pipe on it. Because it's not very clean, doesn't look like it's had a pipe on it at all. It's probably been just sat back there, not connected. Well, them two air inlets there for the GR650 air induction system. These, you've got two tubes that actually come out of there and go into the head, and what they do is they suck fuel in from a little tiny weeny hole. Don't know if, you probably won't be able to see it now, you probably won't be able to see it. There's a, just inside there, inside the, don't know if you can see it, not blurred away, but just inside there's a little teeny weeny hole, and what it does is it sucks, air gets sucked through the tube and goes into the head, and when the valves open, the air that comes through these tubes creates like a whirlpool effect inside the cylinders. Why, I don't know, but doesn't look like they've been connected, so if they haven't been connected, then basically what it's doing is when you're opening up the throttle, right, what it's doing is sucking air in with the mixture, so it'll be running lean. And if they're not connected, no doubt the two inlets on the heads are not connected, or maybe they put bungs on, hopefully. But if they're not connected, then it's going to run even more lean. So if you're going to use the bungs on the inlets on the head, you should also bung these two up as well to stop air getting sucked in on these two. Yeah, air induction system, I think they called it. Yeah. Not many people know that. Right. The air pilot screws on these two here, I always set my carbs at 1.5 turns out, no matter, you know, any Mikuni carb, I set it 1.5 turns out unless it's stated otherwise in the manual. But in the on the Suzuki service manual it says pilot screw preset, so you've got no fucking idea where to fucking screw it. Right, so the only way that you can mess about with them is when the bike's on and running, get yourself a little screwdriver, if you can get in there and adjust them like a quarter of a turn either way until you get the bike to run smoothly. Give it a blip on the throttle, and if it dies when you open the throttle, then screw them in a little bit. If it yeah, same again. If you blipping the throttle and it backfires a little bit, screw them in a bit. Otherwise, just start from a turn and a half out, work your way either side, quarter a turn at a time. Try it.